So a little bit of full disclosure. I have been doing some grinding off camera, and I went through one area. This is getting on my nerves. There, it's just annoying me seeing it there. So do I want this? No, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll go back to this for a little bit. Picked up a new armor set. The Alva armor. Pick up a new ring. So, we are not gonna do the Irithil prison, but once I get a couple things, I will need to go back to it. First and foremost, now that we are here, we're gonna take a look at this guy. This guy right here. Don't have the torch on. This guy right here, who seems to be surrounded by treasure and ladders. This guy is a huge joke, massive joke, as far as Dark Souls goes. And it's a direct... So, I have mixed feelings. Part of me is actually getting a little bit enticed for playing through Dark Souls 2. Did I kill all of these, or is he about to... Yeah. Whatever. Shut up. Okay. So, that twinkling, or that lizard there, big trick. Big old trick. Because once you drop down into that area, which is a ton of toxic buildup. So I took those off like a moron. So I'm gonna get that back on. But I'm gonna try to go through competently, which that... we'll go ahead and drop down here. Oh, I thought that was a little plateau. So we already picked up a couple things out of here. There is, however, no. There is, however, one thing we must do, and I'm going to try to get that figured out. Because I'm not 100% certain where it is or where I need to be for it, but okay. So these enemies are gross. They're just gross. I think he farted. Oh, it's so awful. get you? I got you. Of course you drop a dung pie. You're disgusting. Little friggin' Bruce Lee kick. I do have the little thorn leggings on, so whenever I roll into an enemy, I'm doing just a teeny tiny little bit of damage, but it's something. The profaned capital is the resting place of the profaned flame, which is a flame that will never go out. It doesn't go out. So we have circled back around a little bit to the Irithyll dungeon, and these clowns magically teleport in. And once we actually go back to the dungeon proper, you'll see a lot more of them and their stupid shenanigans. Where is this? This is... I still don't think this is where I need to be. But the main question I kind of see people criticize the profaned capital for is, what is this supposed to be the capital of? Why is it underground? What is the deal with this place? And like I said, I kind of have mixed feelings about it, because without knowing the developer's intentions, it can really go one of two ways. Either, oh, is that it? That's it. This is probably the most important thing we needed to do here.
Ah, you are a saint. Once again, you are my valiant savior. I, Siegfried of Katarina, express my deepest gratitude. Take this, a token of my thanks. Go on. It's all yours.
Oh, dip.
Ah, no, please. Go on ahead. I've my own road to take, and a duty to fulfill. Very soon. Ah, no, please. Go on ahead.
Little bit ominous. Yeah, we're not walking in here with that going. These guys are gonna have to get cheesed a little bit. That is really good damage. Can you get through the door? Oh, if you can get through the door, I'm in so much trouble. I'm in so much trouble. Eleonora. A strange weapon found among the malformed inhabitants of the profaned capital. The profaned flame was triggered by the curse of these women. Oh, that's right, those things are women, relatives of a certain oracle. But despite their culpability, they went on living without any cares. I forgot about that. What, adequate strength, crappy dex. Okay. Okay. But it's possible that because Pontiff Sullivan orchestrated, maybe hid the profaned capital underneath Irithyll, maybe used his sorcery to facilitate that, something like that. Maybe the profaned capital is broken apart like this because he essentially sank it to hide it. Because his sword, one of his swords, uses the profaned flame. Well, that's dumb. Okay. How is that fast? Is that just tracking me? That's tracking me. What kind of room do we have here? Okay. That is just making me so mad. So mad. Alright, so I don't really know what's coming in here. I know there are gargoyles, and I know there are lots of those enemies. So we're gonna see what... this gets you more item drops, this gets you more souls. And we'll take a look at the environment in a minute, but I really want to try to get... So you can see these bodies are just burned up. And the lore would state that's because the profaned flame was trifled with, was messed with. Whether that was Sullivan or something or someone else, maybe we'll find out. I may have to say that the dark sword in this game may be the best sword in any Souls game ever. Alright, I believe, yeah, that's the boss room. I'm gonna absolutely destroy these women, because they deserve it. And as far as I can tell, right here is the profaned flame. And does that look like anything maybe from Dark Souls 1? Maybe the Lord Vessel? Something like that? Something that has been taking on massive amounts of humanity and the dark to feed a flame, and now that the dark has fed the flame is not going out? Maybe? Is it possible that Gwyn has, in his short-sightedness, to try to rid existence of humanity, created an abomination to nature? Okay, so this is one of their clever little moments, where over here we have an obvious mimic. We can tell by the chain, like usual. Oh, come on! Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off! Really? I thought that'd get you. Great Shield of Glory. And then I think over here, that chain looks like it's going the way we want, but we're just gonna watch for a second. And I mean, we could hit it. Just an ember. But over here, the chain is completely buried. You can't really tell which way it's going at all. So we are going to assume that it's a mimic. Never. Lo and behold.
Yom, old friend. I, Siegward of the Knights of Katarina, have come to uphold my promise. Let the sun shine upon this Lord of Cinder.
Boss fight. You gotta come down here, get this weapon, equip it, two-hand it. stupid. Oh, come on. Great. Alright, well, I completely screwed that up. Thank God for that. Alright, I'm pausing it now. I guess it doesn't really matter as much as it ordinarily would because of this.
Unkindled one. The fire fades and awaits its one last reward. Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul.
One of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Yorm is the descendant of an ancient conqueror, but was asked by the very people once subjugated to lead them, serving as both a weighty blade and a stone-hard shield.
Aha, thou returned. So
Yorm's great machete. I like saying it like that because of that movie. Yorm once lumbered on the front lines with a great shield, but one day, in place of his shield, a left-hand notch was added to his machete, enabling the smashing technique that would become the legacy of his later years. Oops. Great shield used long ago by Yorm the Giant. As a lord, Yorm risked everything and fought unflinchingly as a one-man vanguard. Following the loss of the one he wished to protect, he forsook his shield. So, there is a more significant tragedy to Yorm than initially it seems. So we're going to talk to her.
Prince Lothric is in your hands.
There's just blood everywhere,
Please
isn't there?
save his soul. Tell him what he must be, a lord.
Basin of Vows. And a way of blue. Now this was one of the first things I ever saw of Dark Souls 3. Music is, big sweeping arcs. How much damage do I do to you? It's 200. Now you can see the environment is starting to catch fire a little bit. Now she pulls out her second weapon. So you can technically do that fight at any point in the game. You just kill the handmaid, the attendant. You kill her, the dancer comes down, and I forgot I didn't have my dex ring on. But that fire defense probably didn't hurt anything as far as that goes. Good thing I didn't realize I didn't put on that ring of sacrifice I bought. Because if I'd have died at Yorm, or before Yorm... So we missed the little bit with Siegward where he essentially just says he served his purpose. But because the game automatically teleports you away, you don't really... You don't really get to experience it the way you're supposed to. Which is kind of my issue with how the game does things. I don't mind the teleporting, but the fact that it actually, if you do everything right and then you miss the payoff of a cutscene, that kind of sucks. So we are now in Lothric Castle. And is this... Where am I wanting to go? Where am I wanting to go? Ah, yes. Alright, so we got 2 boss fights. I think that's enough for an episode. We're going to run through this area, and I will see you next time.